draws to the close-up. So what has been the entire campaign focus for you, and what has been your biggest challenge in this entire campaign?
First of all, we have focused on the development of both state and central government, double engine. And the way we have come out from COVID, and the way we handled COVID, the way we handled floods, and brought economy back on track, and we did such a welfare scheme in such a short time. People are with us. It has reached the people. So we are basically giving our report card of progress, and we are asking the vote on a positive note on performance. Secondly, the way we have handled the crisis, different crises which have come, people are aware of it because different cross sections were involved in that, like reservation and other things. So people feel that this government should get another chance, so that whatever has been brought in back to track has to continue further.
Right. So yesterday we had seen the Prime Minister raise the issue and responding to what Sonia Gandhi had said regarding Karnataka's sovereignty. The Prime Minister has hit out at the first family of the Congress, saying that it smacks of a tukade mentality. So how do you see this campaign that Congress has taken up in the last few days?
Congress has been negative, and they have been negative for the last 75 years. They think people are fools, and they were able to fool in early days. But with the advent of technology, the advent of digitalization, mobile, and people are aware of what things happening around. So Congress feels that by raising up such issues, and by raising which will divide the people, all these issues, they think that they can get some votes, which is not the case. That's why Prime Minister has said that these people are very negative and they support the anti-national forces like PFI and SDPI. So it's a tukde game.
Right. So has the campaign discourse changed in the last few weeks? Because we are seeing issues like Bajrang Bali, etc. come up. How do you see this entire issue in terms of how this will impact the voters in this election?
We were taking up our performances, both central and state. For example, we have done 6,000 kilometer roads have been sanctioned in last 5 years, and 3,000 have been done. Another 2,000 has been done in the state government. We have improved our rail, we have improved our metro, we have improved our ports. This is infrastructure. Then we have done very well in housing front. More than 5 lakhs houses were built. And then all the more important is we have given 40 lakh houses water connections in 73 years. All government put together, they had given 25 lakh in 73 years. Only in 3 years we were able to give 40 lakh. And Swachh Bharat has taken, we were taken up in a very big way. So people have felt that this government comes to our rescue. Number one, government will develop, they know our problems, and they have been able to solve this. So we are doing all this. In the meantime, Congress doesn't have that kind of track record to say. Secondly, Congress is under the clutches of SDP and PFI. Congress has lost credibility in minorities for the last 10-15 years. That space has been occupied by SDP and PFI. And that's why Congress knows that if SDP and PFI contest, they will be nowhere. So last time they had a clandestine deal. This time they have got an open deal. And this SDP and PFI is now bargaining. They are not bargaining, they are dictating to Congress. So on their pressure, they said we'll ban Bajrang Dal. That's how the issue comes up. So it is, in fact, Congress, which is so-called secular, brings out all this kind of issues. Now you tell me who is communal.
Because, very interesting, as you mentioned, this under pressure of SDP, PFI, because some Congress leaders like Mr. Shettar, Mr. Moily are now saying, now a ban is not possible. Some are even saying, like Mr. Chidambaram, we never promised a ban at all. So do you think that after making the announcement, they are now back?
Yeah, after making the announcement, they felt the flash, what do you call?
Backlash.
Backlash, so bad. Now they are feared of losing votes. So they try to make up the loss by all this kind of statements. But things have gone very bad.
Mr. Kharge also in campaign, he has referred to Bajrang Bali, although he's talking in context of corruption. So you think somewhere or the other this issue, they have also realized the kind of blowback as you were mentioning?
Yeah, certainly. Congress guys went and did puja to Hanuman Mandir. So this very much shows how jittery they are.
Right. So they are alleging that when BJP takes up issues like PFI, SDPI, Bajrang Bali, they are alleging that it is an attempt to polarize this election. They've even complained to the election.
I have
Commission.
answered this question, this previous question. It is, there was not even a single word by anybody from BJP about Bajrang Dal. They have brought in. In fact, they are polarizing the whole thing. They are trying to do the appeasement politics towards minorities. Minorities are no longer with them.
Right.
That's a fear.
Right. So yesterday we had also seen how the Election Commission has issued notice to the KPCC for putting out certain advertisements related to corruption. They're talking about, unverified claims that have been made. How do you see this? Because we are seeing a campaign continue. Even today there have been some 40% ads, etc. they have put out.
See, it's a sinister campaign going on for last 1 year. It has not stuck with the people. Even I've been asking for one case, not proof, one case against anybody in my government. They are unable to come for last 1.5 years. I called the Contractors Association who had made this allegation and said, come on, give me one case. They didn't give me one case. Then they did an allegation on my minister Muniratna and he went to the court. Defamation case was done. And court asked for all these documents and proofs. They never came up, they never appeared in the court. So it is a plot hatched by Congress and that Contractors Association. It is very well evident. And they want to continue. They want to continue to show that we are got 40%. It is not going to stick. In fact, I have given proof where they have given premium of 67% for the tenders in BBMP. I have answered this with documents on the floor of those. I have put them back. So this is Congress. To tell lies 1,000 times, to make it truth. That's why I said we can't fool people all the time, all the people all the time. That's what's happening. And what their reply they have given to Election Commission? Have they given any proof? No. This ample once again proves that this is a sinister campaign without any proof, trying to do the mud-slugging on my government. In fact, their hands are full of corruption. It's blackened by corruption. I have given proofs and I have referred 60 cases to Lokayukta to inquire during Siddaramaiah time.
Because you think this is also unfair because many would say that this is a carryover from your predecessors, this 40% jibe.
No, see, this the Contractor Association had written a letter during his time, but it continued during my time also.
Right. Right. So the Lingayat Leaders Thinkers Forum have extended support to Congress and asked
That is a fictitious forum. I don't even give any value to it.
Right.
Lingayats can be confined to any forum. It's such a huge community. No forum can confine it. Right. And by and large, you go to the villages where Lingayats are there, you will be able to know the mood of the Lingayat. And the track record of Congress towards Lingayat is so pathetic. They dismissed Virendra Patil in the airport, treated him very badly. Last 50 years, there is no Lingayat Chief Minister, even though a lot of legislatures were elected. Then no good representation in the cabinet. Forget all that. There was something called Jalebi files in Siddaramaiah. Gowda, Lingayat and Brahman. If that Jalebi file comes, it is rejected or thrown away. So this is the contempt which they see all these communities. Now why they will vote for it? And they try to divide Lingayat community in 2017-18. It is very open to see. So do you think Lingayats will vote for somebody who will try to divide them? So these are all things are there. They are trying to make it up. It's not possible.
Right. But you're convinced that the departure of Mr. Shettar, Mr. Saudi is not going to hurt your prospects?
I'm going to answer this in one word. We are going to win Hubli Central and Athni, which are these two gentlemen's constituencies.
Because Congress has been making a lot of noise over the fact that a Lingayat CM was not announced. So what would you say? CM candidate, Shraddha.
See, who are there to ask us? Let them. I'm already there as a Lingayat CM. I'm challenging them. Last 50 years they don't have Lingayat CM. What moral right they got? Okay, let them come on and announce Lingayat CM. The counter question, you announce.
The reason I'm asking this is some senior leaders have come to say that they're fighting elections under you, but the next CM may be decided by the legislature party.
Yeah, that's a procedure. Legislature party and parliamentary board will decide. I only said it so many times in the press.
Sir, also the raids that have taken place yesterday on Mr. Arvind Chauhan, on other leaders including the minority wing chief. Now, people like Mr. Priyank Kharge are saying that this is misuse of agencies in the peak of the campaign.
No, if there is a malpractice, if there is a hidden black money, and if agency does it and they recover a lot of money, it is for them to answer all that business what they have done. They can't pinpoint always on the agencies. You have done wrong. You have done illegal things. You have got filthy wealth. And how can you blame the agency? Should the agency close its eyes and keep quiet? You expect them to keep quiet? Are they your servants?
So on the issue of reservations which you mentioned, one charge coming from the Congress, Mr. Veerappa Moily is a former CM law minister. He says in 94 when he was CM, it was done after a backward class commission study or a Chinnappa Reddy commission study, and also the minorities commission did a survey door to door. He's saying that this decision taken by the government is without an adequate study into the issue.
First of all, he is telling lies. Chinnappa Reddy commission was not at all adopted. It was not adopted by the government. Number two, there was no study done. I have gone through the records and it was a very arbitrary decision. And secondly, it's unconstitutional. There is no place for religious reservation. So, it was only to appease the minorities during those times it was done.
So on this entire Amul versus Nandini debate, do you think that the timing is something so close to elections that was in hindsight something avoidable?
One simple question I want to ask this congressman. Last 40 years Amul is in Karnataka, boss. And Congress is continuously there are they sleeping? It's really a joke. When they were in government, everything is all right. Let Amul come, let Nestle come, everything come. Secondly, the consumption of milk, which was 60 lakh liters during Siddaramaiah time, has risen to 84 lakhs now. Consumption has increased, production has increased, sales has increased, making profit. Nandini is going outside the state. Nandini is in foreign countries. So this is our positive things. And I am going to tell you, next 10 years, Nandini will be the #1 brand in India.
Okay, that's a big promise, sir. Sir, as far as this entire issue of old pension scheme, one of the promises of Congress, now they have seen some amount of success of this issue in Himachal because that was one main campaign issue. Do you see this for going forward becoming a big national issue because in state after state,
you
this is
just check
becoming...
up whether they have implemented it or not. Putting it in manifesto and declaring is one part of it. They have not implemented. Even in Rajasthan, they are unable to implement it. So it's all hoax, bogus.
Mr. Kharge is seen in a video standing where Mr. Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi are sitting. Later, when Sonia Gandhi starts speaking, Mr. Kharge sits down. What would you say? Because some of your party leaders have put out those videos to saying that this raises questions about, who is really controlling the Congress party.
And that is a foregone conclusion. Why I won't ask this question? There the family is important, nothing else. And Kharge himself says that.
Right. Sir, this Kerala story issue also came up. PM referred to it during the campaign. Yesterday there was a screening. Mr. Nadda has seen this film. And later we have seen how even in neighboring states like Tamil Nadu, this film is not being screened right now, citing law and order issues. How do you see this entire issue? Because Mr. Nadda has come out to say it has depicted the truth. One truth which is not palatable to some people.
More than anything else, Supreme Court has cleared it. That answers all your question. Secondly, Mr. Oman Kandi, the Congress Chief Minister, in 2012, in the floor of the House, he said every year more than 24,000 women are converted and married and they end up in ISI in Kerala and Karnataka, both states. It is their Chief Minister on the floor of the House has said it. And that's a fact. Now what else you want? See, Congress always has got this kind of a double role, double standards. Whenever they are cornered, they compromise all the values. They compromise even the nation interest. That's why Congress has been eliminated throughout the country.
Right. So PM was seen talking to you right after your speech in Haveri. What did the PM say to you? Would you like to share with us?
No, he was very happy the way things are going on. So he was just telling me that you're going to win. Then I said, sir, you have been traveling a lot and road shows and all. Then he said, हम तो काम वाले हैं, काम करते रहेंगे.
So, very last question. In Punjab, Times Now reporter Bhavna Kishore was arrested. You being a former Home Minister, you handled the Home Department. The High Court itself has observed that prima facie an SC/ST case has not been made out because our reporter was arrested following the Sheesh Mahal expose on Mr. Kejriwal. What would you say about state governments misusing these draconian powers and High Court also upholding this? What would your advice to the Punjab government be?
No. Do you think there is a very sane government in Punjab? The way they are taking decisions right, left, side. Like that, so many questions are raised in Karnataka. We are allowing all the press people to the doorstep of Vidhan Sauda. And every day there are press people in front of my house. And we don't stop anybody. And she was just reporting. There is nothing wrong in it. But she was put case, atrocity case and arrest. That too, a young woman, a young lady. This is totally inhuman, anti-woman, and totally senseless decision of the Punjab government. And we don't expect better than this. They're going to be worst.
Great. Thank you so much for speaking to Times Now, sir.
All right, viewers, some breaking news coming in at this